Hey, from YouTube, this is Robbie speaking, and yeah, this is the first day of the 12 Days of Anime I'm trying to get used to. And yes, we are going to talk about Assassination Classroom as the first day of anime. And I'm going to be talking about the highlights when I do these, by the way. I'm going to talk about the highlights. I'm not going to, do a full-on review of these. I'm not going to, criticize it for, its flaws. I mean, even though these shows do have its flaws, like Assassination Classroom, for example, I'm going to talk about the highlights and why I enjoyed it. Okay, so last year, not last year, earlier this year, Chandler, he convinced me, hey, Robbie, you should check out Assassination Classroom. You should check it out. And I was like, okay, I'll check out Assassination Classroom. And I finally did. And it was good. I actually enjoyed it. So basically, what it's about, for those of you who don't know, it's about, a teacher, Core Sensei, who is trying to be, well, basically, he is trying to teach a class as his students are trying to assassinate him. And when I heard about what this story's about, what the show's about, I was just like, how's this going to last for over 40 episodes? This sounds like a show that would last for 12 episodes. How can you do that? And I learned the stuff about it, that's based off a shonen manga, and so I was like, so maybe this does, I guess this does have some story to it. And yeah, I was right. It does have some story to it. Some of the characters just really stick out. I mean, yeah, there are some characters that don't really stick out, some students in the classroom, but I'm not here to criticize it. I'm just here to talk about the highlights. But the characters that do have screen time, like Nagisa, Karma, Kade, they have some really great moments. They are very fleshed out. Even Kade, the green hair girl. I didn't think she was I thought she was just there to be a friend to Nagisa. I didn't think she was gonna play a really big role in this until much later with the twist and everything. I was like, wow. That was surprising. She actually is important to the story. And Core Sensei, though. I love Core Sensei. The thing with Core Sensei, though, you don't really know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. You don't really know. I mean, all you know about this guy is that the students are trying to assassinate him, that he could destroy the world, and you also know about his relationship with the students. So this guy has a heart, whether he's good or evil. And just his backstory, though. His backstory, though, is just really I didn't think we were gonna see a backstory like that when I first watched this show. And then when I learned about the girl and everything, his past, that he was once this famous killer or whatever. I don't want to get deep into spoilers, but before he was Core Sensei, he was just some guy that I was not expecting. It's one of the reasons why, I had to talk about this. I knew, if I was going to do a 12 Days of Anime, I had to talk about Assassination Classroom. I had to talk about this anime. And I'm glad Chandler recommended this to me. He convinced me so much, you gotta watch this, and I did. And I thank him for that, Chandler. Now on to my second day of anime. This is another anime that Chandler recommended to me. And yeah, this was my first slice of life anime. This is clearly Toradora. So for those of you who don't know what Toradora is, it's basically about a short-tempered girl named Taiga who teams up with Ryuji. They basically team up to take on, their goal is to basically, Taiga wants to fall in love with Ryuji's best friend, and Ryuji wants to fall in love with Taiga's best friend. And they do, try to fall in love with their best friends. They end up falling in love with each other. And I know that kind of sounds like a spoiler or whatever, but that's kind of the premise of the show. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell you how they'll fall in love, but or how their relationship will, be by the end of the series. But that's just the premise of the show. So, like I said before. But, it's really fun because at first these two start off as really polar opposites. Taiga's just short-tempered. Ryuji's just not short-tempered. He's actually a pretty chill dude, even though some people in school are scared of him, even though some people just think he looks scary, Poor guy. So even though I never really watched Slice of Life before, this was actually a really good, good starter anime for that genre. I never really got into Slice of Life before. I'm never really into that genre. Usually I'm into action, adventure, all that stuff. But not Slice of Life, though. Not Slice of Life. And another thing about this, though, is this is pretty much my first romance anime. Usually when it comes to romance being central to the plot, I'm not usually into that. Toradora does this way better. It does romance way better. It's one of the best romantic couples in an anime of all time. I've mentioned that with Rurouni Kenshin, but this one does it really well as well. If you want to watch Slice of Life, you haven't watched Slice of Life yet, but you want to, this is a good starter anime for you. Like you'll really enjoy this. Like you'll enjoy Taiga, Ryuji, and their lives, together. It's really a fun ride, and because of that, I had to bring this up in the 12 Days of Anime. And yeah, this is pretty much my second day. And no, this is not an anime that Chandler recommended to me. This is an anime that I recommended to myself. This is Tiger and Bunny. As you can tell, it's a superhero anime similar to One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, though it's different in its own way. This anime feels more like it has more Western influences. Like it feels more Western inspired. Like yes, it's anime, of course, but you can tell it has more of a Western feel. Like it just feels more like that. Like it feels more like the Justice League, DC Comics, the Avengers with Marvel. It feels a lot like that. And so basically, one of the great things that this anime does is focuses on the friendship between Tiger and Bunny, who are, like, of course, two superheroes. Even though they don't start off liking each other, they end up liking each other later, and they have their own problems, their own struggles. It's a show that focuses a lot on best friendship. It's a show that focuses on bromance. That's pretty much should be a genre though, like romantic animes, whatever. I don't know, I don't know if they always say that, but it's a good one though. It's a good, that's be a good new genre right there. And another thing that the show does, like even though like this show it looks lighthearted, I thought this was gonna be a lighthearted superhero show, but no, this show has some really, really dark twists. Like even the second season had like the most dark twists. Like two of them that really stood out to me the most. Now I'm not gonna spoil them if you have not seen the show, but trust me, like if you think this is gonna be a lighthearted show, it's not. It has that dark, gritty stuff. I mean, maybe not as dark as Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy or Arrow, but it's dark. It's dark at times, and they know how to do that. They know how to take it seriously, and they know when they have their funny moments, they know how to take it like a really funny way. And this is another anime, of course, that I recommend to you guys. Like, if you love One Punch Man, if you like My Hero Academia, you're gonna love this. And I know I keep saying that, like, oh, you should definitely check this out. I know I keep saying that a lot, but I just can't help it. Like, this is the 12 Days of Anime. Like, this is anime that I enjoyed earlier this year, of course. I know I'm combining, 3 days into one video. I know some people just think, like, oh, you should do, like, multiple videos, like 12 videos. Yeah, but it's just a lot of editing and just it's just a lot of editing, and I just want to, take it easy. Instead, just combine 3 days into one video. That's how I prefer it. And yeah, but don't worry though. I got more days coming up. I got more animes I gotta talk about and everything like that. So stay tuned for that as well. And this hat is getting itchy. Like it's getting itchy under this hat. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up too. I'm Rob A, and may the anime force be with you.